Proofs of concept are about determining the viability of an activity after the concept has been proved. It is not merely about proving that what you can do at a lab bench is what you claim you can do at a lab bench. It takes us nowhere to prove that something works. It takes us everywhere to prove that it then becomes viable as the basis for a social enterprise. It becomes viable so that you can license it to somebody. It becomes viable that we could therefore base a startup upon it. What's important is the same analytic rigor is applied to a startup as to a license, as to a social enterprise, and the proof of concept is the process step, is the key moment in time where you get a little money or no money, and sometimes you do need money. I'd be the first to admit there's some, the rules of physics are really inconvenient. If you actually have to build something that costs money and that costs stuff. As a rule, I invest in the intangible, so I can do stuff. But most of these things cost very little to do their proofs of concept. And the amounts of funding, when there was funding involved in each of those 5 examples, was negligible. Negligible. Now, as somebody once pointed out to me, what I consider negligible, somebody else might consider an annual salary. And so in fairness, that's correct. It's not, if you don't have 10,000 pounds, 10,000 pounds is an impossible amount of money. But I go back to where I started this from and why proof of concept is in this discussion. There is proof of concept money available. And there is proof of concept money specifically available that must be spent in partnership with universities. What could be nicer words? Don't you love that? In particular, I go back to one of my favorite bodies. The Technology Strategy Board has a preoccupation with money being spent in part in universities. Everybody here is aware of the Technology Strategy Board, correct? Who here has ever actually thought to or applied for a Technology Strategy Board grant or competition? Raise your hand. Who here after this discussion might just go to their website and take a quick look? Okay, so there's been a small movement today, but it's the middle of the afternoon, so I'm tiring you out.